Hi everyone, welcome to Pitchside. Once again, this is where you get all the exclusive content, not only in football, but in the different sports disciplines. And today we are featuring someone for the second time, a player who is definitely very talented in that midfield. He stand out for some of the big clubs on the African continent, Orlando Pirates, St. George, KCCA FC. I can go on and on, but he's definitely here to share with us his story once again. Yasser Mugerwa joins us here on Pitchside, and we're going to talk a lot about his career. Yasser Mugerwa, nice to have you on Pitchside once again.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, the last time we had a Pitchside interview were in what's that place called? Natete. Yeah. Yes, you took me around the hood and showed me where it all started out from. Hey, but just to let you know, Yasser Mugerwa is one of those players that has a very unique story. Started out in Natete, like any other young aspiring footballer. Went on to actually go to university. Went to Kumba University, played for the university team, but also went to school at the same time. He turned out for Sports Club Victoria University. At the time, it was coached by Alexis Savide. He went on to turn out for URA Football Club, then joined Orlando Pirates, then went to Ethiopia, where he spent close to 6 years, played for St. George, played for Buna, played for quite a number of teams in there, before he came back to Kampala to play for KCCA FC last season. It's been a very long journey for you, Yasser, but this last season that you've had at KCCA was your first in almost 6 years, because you've been out of the country. How has it been competitively for you? What's your general view of the Uganda Premier League?
To talk about the competitiveness of the league last season compared to the seasons I played before,
yeah.
There's a bit of a development. Okay, you'll go in the game and you're sure about the wins. But this time around,
it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee that you're going to win the game.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit challenging, yeah, compared before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can say the level of competitiveness has increased, yes, in the Star Times Uganda Premier League.
Yes.
I need you to tell me if there are things you feel have to be improved in the Uganda Premier League.
I have to improve, first of all, the professionalism.
Yeah.
And then, okay, it's a lot,
yeah,
that we have to change in our league.
Yeah.
Branding.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of things. Marketing, everything is still down, apart from the players.
Yeah.
But the rest, they're still like I left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's only maybe KCC, you are some small teams that
their best
trying to do their best compared to those days.
Yes, yes, yes.
They are trying to increase the salaries, but still, there are still some things that are done that are still unprofessional.
Yes,
they
yes.
have to change a lot of things. We have to get kit sponsors if we have to improve our league, and then we have to look at how we can improve the funds, how funds can come into the stadiums. Here in Uganda, the problem is the funds, they don't have that attachment to clubs.
Yes.
That is the biggest problem.
Yes.
Like in Ethiopia, most of the clubs, the funds are attached to the club because of the regional basis. It's on the region. Yes, that is why every fan knows if I go to watch the game, I'm supporting the club, yeah, which is not the case here in Uganda. Some fans, they just come to watch the game. They don't even think about that I'm helping a club. Yes. If I come to watch, I'm helping the club financially. They just come to watch and enjoy the game. So
your advice is that fans need to have attachment to clubs.
Yes.
I think you're describing something that is in Arua.
Yeah, if we can have something like in Arua, that yeah, you can see the fan base in Arua, for Arua Hill and Onduparaka. Yes. Those guys have an attachment to the club.
Let's move on to your season at KCCA FC. You people as a team had a fantastic first round. Personally, as you take us through your season, how has it been as Yasser Mugerwa?
Personally, the season was good, yeah, at the start. When we are beginning the league, we played very well and we performed well. Yeah. Not until we started getting those injuries that affected the whole team, because it didn't come on. It's not only me that got injured, but many players got injured and were sidelined for some for a full season, some for half. Like for me, I was on and off, so it was a bit of a challenge. That is why you see in the second round we didn't perform the way we performed in the first round. Generally, for me, my season was one of the worst. I would say the worst, because I've never got injured like before, like here, like now. It's only this season that I even sat like 6-7 games because of injury, and then I was playing under treatment. They have to use painkillers all the time, so it was challenging to me, because I used to play with that pain, but nobody knew about it apart from me and the coach and the doctor. So it was an uneasy season.
It was a tough one.
Yeah, it was a tough one for me. Everyone gave their all to see that the team can perform well, but unfortunately, if you can do everything, but if you're not going to win, you will not win.
All right. So let's get to the injury bit. What's that injury that you are suffering from?
Okay, the injury I got in the first place, I felt pain in my knee. Then I thought it was a patella problem. So I used to play with the pain. I thought it would heal with time, because I didn't get any knock. It just started by its own. Last 4 games when we were training, then the doctor was saying me I was limping, so he was like, Yasser, come, you have to stop now playing. That is when I went for an MRI. Then we realized it was an ACL tear, not the patella we thought. And then ACL tear, those who don't know about it, most of the times it has grades: grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. So they told me I'm still at grade 1. I was told I have to sit out like 2 to 3 months without playing football, only doing strengthening exercises. That can help, but still, if we fail, then I have to go for a surgery, which needs to sit out 6 to 8 months.
Had you both agreed that you had to sit out as you wait now to see what you're going to do next?
Because the doctor advised us to rest, but because we wanted the team to win,
you decided to sacrifice.
I decided to sacrifice for the team.
The season comes to an end. You are among 8 players that have been released by the club, and you come out on your social media platforms and are vocal about it. For starters, how did we arrive at this point? Because the letter says mutual termination.
There was a miscommunication. I talked to them after the incident, the letters. When they saw my response, then they called me back to the office. So I went there. They told me, for them, they thought I had agreed to terminate.
They thought?
Yeah, that is what they thought. Okay. But as we know professionally, when you're terminating a contract, two parties have to agree. We hadn't talked about termination. We were talking about my injury. So what we talked about and I agreed upon was them, the club, to treat me until I heal, until I can play again. Yes. The doctors have tried to consult from. One of them told me I have to go for a surgery, the first one. Then the second one told me they can manage it. The third one told me still the same, we can manage it. So I have to wait for 2 months and see if there's an improvement. If there's no improvement, then I have to go for a surgery.
What are some of the lessons you pick from this back and forth with the club? How would you have wanted it handled?
No, it would be simple. Just calling the player, talk to him, respect both parties. I would love to see the team coming to talk to me with that respect they came in the first place when they wanted to sign me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what's that lesson you give other teams in the Uganda Premier League and players?
What I would say, this has been the business in the Ugandan sport, football. I've seen it even in basketball. There's one player my lawyers hoped.
Yes.
In basketball, they terminated his contract the same way. We have to learn to respect contracts. Some clubs like Pirates,
yes,
they'll just come up and tell you, okay, you've not performed well or to our standards,
yes,
we are terminating the contract, we are giving you your money. You don't have to negotiate. They know they have to pay you money.
yes.
So they'll give you your money, you part ways. So here, if you don't want to pay or you don't have the money,
yes,
then you have to sit with the player and talk to him.
Yeah. All right, so Yasser, I want to know now, you and KCC, you seem to have gotten on a round table. Are discussions are they ongoing now to ensure that you part amicably?
Yeah, we have discussions.
Yes.
We talked some days back.
Yes.
We discussed, and then they told me their stake.
Yes.
And I told them I have a team to talk to because I am a brand.
Yes.
So I have to sit with my team. Then we talk about what they are saying. Then we shall give them a feedback later on.
All right. So what next for Yasser Mugerwa now? What does the future look like for you?
Yasser Mugerwa has to sit and wait until the doctors tell him he's ready to play. I
remember doing the first interview I had with you on Pitchside. I correctly remember you telling me that the same situation happened at Pirates. The only difference is that you and Pirates amicably agreed to part ways. The payout that you got was something you could not mention on camera then. But now it's been almost 4, 6, 7 years. And people out there need to know how rightly things are done. And just how good a player can walk home with after they've mutually parted ways with the team.
I don't remember well.
Yes.
The amount.
Yes.
But I had a 3-year contract with Pirates.
Yes.
And I just played 1 year, so I had 2 remaining years. We sat down with them. They paid my sign-on fee. All. They had, in the first place, they paid 50,000, I think, if I'm not.
Yes, yes, for the sign-on fee.
Yeah, for the sign-on fee. So I had a balance of 50,000. They cleared it.
Of US dollars.
Yes,
yes.
50,000 US dollars, and then they paid a salary of 1 year.
Yes.
I don't know how, but they paid 1 year salary of 5,000.
Yes.
Each month.
Yes.
So you can do the mathematics.
That's
there.
5,000 US dollars.
Times 12.
Times
then
12
plus
months.
50,000.
Yes.
So they paid the money.
Wow. Well, I won't take this much further. I would first of all like to appreciate you for always honoring the invite and coming on Pitchside and sharing a lot. If you have any last words to your colleagues, your fellow players, to other teams, this would be the right time to share it.
Towards the players,
yeah.
I'll tell them to work hard,
yeah.
Believe in yourselves, and pray. And maybe to always consult and read into the contracts. When you're signing contracts, you have to be with someone who understands what is in the contract. Don't go alone. If you don't understand it,
yes.
Don't go alone. Don't just sign everything you see. Then to the clubs, I would say they need to respect their contracts, and always, if a player doesn't perform to what you expected, you need to sit down with them before you put it out. Because I saw even URA, they got the same issue with one player, I don't remember the name.
Yes.
These things look unprofessional, and the money is there. And sometimes it is not about the money, it is about you sitting with someone and discuss. Me, sorry to say, I terminated a contract in Ethiopia with Fasil.
Yes.
I had 8 remaining months. I left the money. I said, okay, I'm leaving, but I don't want anything from you. Just give me my release. So you always have to be straight and talk to the players direct.
All right, it was a pleasure. Yasser Mugerwa joining me here on Pitchside, and as always, please subscribe. Go to YouTube, Pitchside with Peter Tabu. We'll be exclusively getting you more of these interviews. Keep it locked. See you next time. Yasser, thank you very much for joining me.
It's a pleasure.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right, keep it Pitchside, guys. Cheers.